Welcome back, my agents, to another episode of The Insured Gamer playing Kerbal Space Program. I've scrapped the design that I had before. We're going something with a little bit sleeker design. I want something that's gonna get me there. Now, I did have a commenter tell me that I needed to explain what I was doing a little bit better, which I completely understand. First thing, we have our capsule, of course, that houses our Kerbal. Next is our parachute. Over here on the side, we have our staging system. So we want to make sure that it's staged right. And then we have our separator, or also called a decoupler. This decouples or shoots off the stage below it. So you have to make sure that everything's in the right sequence to make sure that it stages correctly. So for instance, I want the rocket to fire and then decouple at a time that I set, but I don't want the parachute to go off until a little bit later on. So that's kind of where we're at. But right now, and I'm going to put another decoupler because I want, again, this system to be self-sustaining. And then we're going to put a little bit more rockets on there. So I think this is the rocket we want to use. Make sure we got some fuel for it. I would say some of the rockets as well, you probably wondered, oh, well, why do you have this rocket and then a different rocket right here? Well, this rocket actually works better in outer space than this rocket does. This rocket works better in the Earth's atmosphere. That's why we're going to put it down a little bit further. Now, one of the things I did notice, though, too, is that I felt like there were some other rockets that did a better job. So let's see what we've got here. I felt like these rockets right here did a really good job of getting me off the ground. So I'm going to see what we can do with those. We do want to put some cones on the top. I don't know what I'm going to name this rocket because it says orbital 2, but we're really way beyond orbital 2. I think let's go with orbital 3 perhaps. We do want to put some wings, much like a dart that flies through the air, so to speak. We want to put wings on this thing as well. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that gets us off the ground. Let's see if it gets us flying a little bit. I will be interested to see. Be right back with you. Well, we've launched. We do have Subert with us. Subert, Schubert. Remember, we want to get to 7,000 feet and then make our controlled turn. We're doing quite well. Only problem is I think these wings aren't designed to turn. But I do feel like we're actually doing quite well. Let's take a look at our map. We are getting off the ground, so that's good. So that's really good. We're not making our turn, and again, I think that's due to these wings aren't designed. I think they're designed for stability, not rather control. So I might have to do, with Subert, might have to do something different. We'll see. Subert again with us. We did make a couple of tweaks. One was to our wing system to make sure that it was correct. We did also adjust the thrust a little bit so that we would have a better fuel consumption rate, if you want to call it that, so that we weren't using our fuel up so fast, which was good. So hopefully we'll get into a more of an orbit here. Oops, I think I did something wrong there. Maybe not. We're still going up, which is good. I might have pushed a button too soon. I don't know. We'll go ahead and start our turn. We're looking decent now. We are still on the first stage rocket. It's fixing to let go and fixing to... yep. And then we want to do our final stage, which will create a maneuver here to maybe get us into orbit, maybe. Yeah, it's not gonna. We don't quite have the rockets to do this one, but we're looking really good. We're looking quite well, actually. as far as we're learning a little bit more. We need a little bit more rockets, I think, to get up there. That's what we're going to be looking at next, is making sure we have enough rockets to push us up into orbit. We're going to hit 30,000 feet, or close to it anyways. We might not hit 30,000, but anyways. Yeah, we're looking good for our rockets, though. That's for sure. I would say we're definitely looking good. We're getting higher and getting closer to orbit. All right, and all these buttons, what they do are there are automatic stuff. So our burn is going to be in about 12 seconds. We're going ahead and automatically pointing it to the maneuver that we want to do. We're going to be burning for about 2 minutes here, which is quite a long time. Go ahead and start that burn. That'll keep us on course. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. In between, we will detach this section with our decoupler so that we can do in our final stage, which should get us into an orbital pattern. Pretty excited about that. Detaching. Okay, that should have started. Why didn't that start? Activate. Okay, cool. I think we're still on target. Let's make sure. Yes, I believe we're still on target. We should have enough fuel, I believe, to get into an orbit and to maintain that orbit. And the thing that I'm worried about is just making sure we have enough fuel. I think we've got enough fuel. We still got a minute left to burn. Yeah, we should have enough fuel. I certainly hope so. And we are continuing our burn. Got about 7 seconds left. You can see our periapsis is looking really good. That's the lowest point that we're going to get. We're going to need that to be 80. Perfect. 80 is what you're looking at for the periapsis. That will allow us not to deorbit. So as long as your periapsis is above 80, and I say this sounding like I know what I'm doing, but I believe as long as it's above 80, you will not deorbit. So we are, in fact, in an orbital pattern around Kerbal. Congratulations, Subart, you did what others couldn't do. However, I will say, Bill paved the way for you. Bill paved the way for you with his own life. As did many others, but still. Let's do a little bit of a moonwalk. You know, Sherbert, you should be happy. We might can do a crew report. We're in an orbit, so I would assume we could do a crew report. Let's go out. Sherbert, you need to explore this area. Take it all in. Enjoy the dream that you're living. Because people did this before you. Whoa. Okay, I think, oh, goodness. Okay, how do I, there we go. You should be happy, Servant. You did a great thing here. Oh. As long as you can make it back to the ship. Look at that. You know, it's amazing to think how little we are compared to things. Server's probably peeing in his pants right now. We probably better get him back. Peeing in his pants. Go ahead and go back, Servert. Change those britches. Up. Oh, shoot. Oh, Servant. Yeah, it's kind of scary when you're out here in the world and you just want to make sure that you're doing things right here. Okay, board, B. Nice. Nice, Servant, nice. Sherbert, your goal today is to collect some data, which I believe we've already done, which is good. Very nice. Review that. So getting some 16 science points just above Cavern's water. I've recorded the data. I would like to store it. Oh, we can lower the visor? Oh, wow. Sherbert is crapped in the suit. I believe that is the expression that we tend to see when you've crapped yourself. Sherbert, get back before you do any more damage to yourself. Make sure you can get back too. Oh, that's up. Come on, Sherbert. You know how to get it back on. Grab. There we go. You're upside down, but that's okay. Now, can I store experiments? Yes, I can store it. Cool. Well, when we're not above the water anymore, we'll take another experiment. Good job, Sherbert. You've done your job. We need to get you back down to Earth safely. That's going to be another... Whew, because we've got a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of science in here. We're going to need to get you back down. Beautiful orbit, by the way. Absolutely beautiful. When we get back up to the periapsis, that's when you want, or excuse me, apoapsis. That's the furthest point away. That's when you're at your slowest, I believe. When you're at the apoapsis, and that's going to be the key time to decelerate so that we land back on the Earth. So that'll be our next thing, but our next mission there. We're turning retrograde. That's the opposite direction that we're going. We are pretty close to the apoapsis, and so I think it's good enough to where we can start our descent. I want to make sure that we've got all of our science, though. Let's see. Let's review report. And we don't have, let's see, crew report. Can we do a crew report? Nah, no science left here. Well, Sherbert, you've done your job, honestly. I think you can come back to Earth, so let's get you there. I think these are, yeah, engines are full, so that's good. This should be lowering. As you can already see, we're already coming in contact with the Earth. That's very, very good. I highly doubt we'll actually make it back to the space station. We'll aim there, absolutely, but I don't think we're gonna make it. We'll see. Good job, Sherbert. You're gonna make it back home. You're gonna make it safe back home. I can't guarantee it, but I'm hopeful. Wherever you are, you'll be okay. You know, dadgum if I'm not good at getting back to the land here, to the whatever this is called, Space Center. Space Center. I mean, we're looking quite good. I think that's her right there. Yeah, the light's up there. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there's some debris down there. Yeah. Sherbert, you're looking good. Great job, Orbit. I mean, you've done more than we could have ever hoped for. Honestly, finally getting into orbit. Finally getting some science from orbit. You're doing great. Next mission, I think, for you will be able to get some more science. Make sure we take some readings, some experiments. I believe that's what would be next for this mission. I believe. Good job. You know, to be honest, I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased with myself in getting back. I mean, I'm okay with landing in the water, but shoot, look at that. We're right on target. Orbital 3 has done its job. And so I will be honest here. This is the first time that I've ever landed so close to the Space Center. It's pretty cool, actually. And we've got fuel to spare is the thing. we've got some fuel to spare. Yeah, we're probably screwing it up right now, but yeah, that's okay. I'm trying right now. I'm actually trying to land closer to. I probably need to not screw around as much. But we're looking really, really good right now. Like really good to actually land. Oh shoot! That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, turn back around. Oh no. Okay, but that, you know, and that's okay. We'll probably deploy our parachutes right now. But I mean, look at how close I got to landing back with a, you know, with just a rocket. All right, let's go ahead and deploy parachutes. Whoa! Okay, I forgot about that last stage. We want to make sure that sucker does not hit us. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and deploy at 1,000, so that's good. We're looking really good here. Deploy. Okay, deploy. Deploy. Okay, whew. That always scares me. You know, I know that we're higher off the ground than it actually looks. Oh boy. Golly. Serpent, you did great. And golly, I'm proud of you. Woo! Don't get me wrong, I love Bill, but he's dead, so we have to look to the future. Serpent, you're doing great. Doing great. You're doing great. Turn down that music. Serpent, you've made it. You can let go now. Oh, okay. You can let go in a weird way. Oh, come on, get up. Get on your feet. Let's take a... Can we take a surface sample? We can take a surface sample. How about an EVA report? Oh, and an EVA report. We can remove our helmet on this planet. And just for Bill. Just for Bill. Bill, this is for you. That's for you. Orbital 1. This flag is in honor of Bill Kerbal. Bill, may you rest in peace. Your journey has been complete. What are you doing with your hands? What the heck? Get back in the ship. Just get back in the ship. Come on. Yeah, just listen. If you're gonna do that stuff, we're gonna have to keep you back at home, okay? Good job. Good job, Subert. We've decommissioned the Orbital 3. We're going with the Orbital 4. One thing I did forget to do was to create some structure, some supports. I don't really want to put Subert in this thing, so we're going to fix it up a little bit. All right, we did make a few modifications. I sturdied it up a little bit, moved the rockets down just a hair, because I didn't feel like it was going to be good. All right, Subert, let's get into orbit again. Woo! That sounded good. That sounded good. You know, we could probably do these like 3 at a time. I don't think we would actually have to do them all at once. But that's okay. This will definitely get us into orbit. I don't have a problem with that. And look how sturdy it is too. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. We're getting a little hot. Oh, I'm a little concerned, and our tilt isn't going as planned either. I didn't really adjust the throttle at all. Oh, okay, a little bump. All right, there you go. There you go. Calm down. There we go. There we go. Let's start our tilt here. I'll make sure we get a good tilt. Look at our... Hey, we're we're going quite high. We can't stop these rockets, I will say that. We didn't think about that, but they're almost done anyways, so that's not a problem. Let's go ahead, though. I do kind of want to go to the side. We're going straight up, which it... Oh, boy. Okay, let's just go just a little bit, just to get out of the way of that. All right, very good. Those are lost in space forever. No, I actually think they'll come back down, though. That's shouldn't be a problem. We do want to kind of go to the side, though, because we are out there quite a ways. Had ourselves a maneuver. Okay. Yes. And there we go. Just want to get to... Oh, I forgot to add the science. You know what? Schubert, we have a new mission for you. Schubert. It's to circle the moon. Circle the moon. Where is the moon? Where? There. Circle Mun. That's gonna be your new objective. To circle the moon. Moon. Yes. Just getting dialed in here. Perfect. That burn, it'll be for a little while, but I think it'll be just perfect, actually. For us getting into orbit, and then getting prepared for the moon. Absolutely. This is exciting. Aren't you excited, Sherbert? Aren't you? Oh, nope, that's not. Oh, poop. How do I get out of here? Oh, goodness. I don't know what I did. Sherbert? Oh, there we go. Whew! Scared me, Sherbert. Alright, starting our burn here quite shortly. We'll go ahead and start it. We're so far up in space that it really doesn't matter. I mean, if we want to be precise about it, sure, but really we're looking for this periapsis. As you can see, it's already going up. We're going... What we really want that to hit is 80, the periapsis. We would love for the apoapsis to be right on there, but honestly, our rockets were way too strong to get our apoapsis at 80, but that's okay. You know, an apoapsis, especially for the little amount of rockets that we used, that's not horrible. I mean, if we want to be perfect, though, that wasn't quite the optimal launch, I guess is what you want to call it. But we're looking good. We're just getting into orbit. We will have to destage this one right here, I believe. Yep. Oh, that looked perfect. Look at that. Yeah, so that looks good. Everything's looking really good. Our burn is looking quite good. Our periapsis is going up. We're going to hit that about 80 is what we want to see. Oh, yeah. Our orbital camera is going into view. Oh, yeah, we hit it right there. We'll just do 105, easy peasy. Perfect. Next thing on the agenda is to get into orbit with the moon. With the moon. That'll be the next thing. We might get into orbit this video. I don't know. We'll see. Creating our pattern here so we can get into orbit with the moon. We want to see where we're going to... Oh, there we go. We'll link up with the moon there. We'll go a little shorter. Oh, let's see. We're just planning our trip. We really want to plan it to make sure that we line up with it. You know, what we could do is set the target as the moon. There we go. Yeah, and what we could do is when we hit the moon, we could... Let's see, approach for the moon. We could slow down once we hit that. We could. It's not an awful thing to do. Subert, you're doing well. we've got just a little bit of time left, about a minute left before we start making our approach to the moon. Now, if you'll notice, yes, well, we're going to be slingshotting off the moon, but and into no man's land. But really what we're going to do, probably around here, we'll add another maneuver once we're on track. We'll add another maneuver so that it'll actually do a little bit better. A better approach to the moon. Because when you're out in space, it's much easier to make little tiny deviations. Much, much easier. Much, much easier. We'll make approach. Let's see. We'll burn for 1 minute. It's not bad. Again, we've got plenty of fuel to do that burn. No problem. All right, making our burn. As you can see, this is the fastest that we're going, so I don't know if it's probably the least amount of fuel. Honestly, it might be the most amount of fuel. I can't remember. But the burn's looking very good. You can see our apoapsis is moving up. That's good. It'll stretch way out there, and just when we get, out there a good bit, we'll then stop our burn. Excellent. All right, we have intercepted the moon. This is where we will intercept. We'll get in coordination with the moon. Looking good though. I think that's good. And when we get out here, we'll do a little bit of, again, deviation to make sure that we circle the moon and quite let's see, focus view. There we go. See, you can see now this is going to be our trajectory. And then when we hit right about here, we're going to add a maneuver here so that we can orbit the moon. We want to be in quite a big orbit though, because we don't want to have to burn much fuel, because you can see we've got plenty of fuel, yes, but we want to just make sure that we have enough to get back home. We're going to be collecting some science as well when we're out here, so that's good. We'll get back with you when we make our orbit around the moon. Coming in contact with the moon. Looking very good. Very good. Going to speed up things just a little bit. Look at that. We're right with the moon, right where we need to be. In about 12 minutes, because we are just kind of following the pattern of the moon, it's actually kind of pulling us. As you can see, it's pulling us, and it's gonna, if we continue this, it's just gonna launch us way out here. But we don't want that. So we're gonna continue this to see if we can get into orbit with the moon. All right, excellent. Look at that beautiful thing. Let's crew report. Oh yeah, 20 sciences. Super, we want you to stay in the cockpit right now, in the whole tank, because here in 20 seconds we're gonna do our burn. We're gonna need to do it just for 9 seconds, which is really good. That's a very short burn. We'll have plenty of fuel to get back to Kerbal, so no problem there. 3, 2, 1, burning. Retro. And stop. Perfect! Look at that! We're in orbit with the moon! We have the... Oh man, I should have named this like the moon orbiter. Ooh, the moon orbiter. Well, it's too late. The orbiter 4, we didn't know it was going to be for the moon, but it is for the moon. Look at that. We did 2 in 1. We orbited Kerbal and then also have orbited the moon. We're going to take a little bit of science as well out here. And then the next thing is to try to get back to Kerbal. That's the biggest thing to do. So we'll do that next time. Until next time, though, I didn't do my intro video. That's okay. Until next time, this has been the Assured Gamer. Stay safe out there. And fly around the moon and Kerbal.